Not do any more questions. Let's just listen to music. Let's make it into a music. Who the hell wants to hear questions, right? Get that song done.
Okay.
Get that song ready,
Got
and
that
when
song
we leave,
pulled
we're
up?
going to have a beautiful... You could just sit. And by the way, when we leave, you don't have to go so fast. You could sit and listen. We'll play a couple of songs. Some of you will be a little warm, but that's okay. It's not a bad thing. And if you want, we're going to do that, but I think it would be beautiful. Don't you think? A little different.
Donald Trump held a town hall in Oaks, Pennsylvania last night, and it turned into more of a listening party when he decided, yeah, let's not take any more questions at my town hall and instead listen to some of my favorite jams. Now, look, we're gonna show you clips from the town hall. Obviously, we had to change the music to royalty-free music, considering the fact that we'd get copyrighted if we show the original videos with the original music. So I want to give you that disclosure. But without further ado, let's get into the details of the story. Now, he did take questions for about 30 minutes. And then all of a sudden, there were individuals in the audience who ended up fainting. Apparently, the room was very hot. So one person fainted at the town hall, apparently because of the heat. So the Q&A temporarily paused. And then another person fainted, at which point Trump felt it was appropriate to say this.
Personally, I enjoy this. We lose weight. You know, no, you lose weight. We could do this, lose 4 or 5 pounds. It's okay with me.
Kamala Harris is.
But some people have been waiting here for 2 days for this, so you know it's a little bit tough. But they're both okay.
Yes.
They're both in good shape.
And that's wonderful.
Would anybody else like to faint? Please raise your hand.
Let's do it now.
Please raise your hand.
Now, as the individuals who fainted were getting some medical care, you know, he asked that music be played, and he kept thanking the doctors as they were providing care to the people who had fainted. So when the music was playing during that part of the town hall, I thought it was totally fine. But then all of a sudden he decided he didn't really feel like answering any more questions. And then he wanted to listen to some more music. So take a look.
You know what we could do though? If my guys can do it, how about we'll do a little music. Let's make this a musical fest. And let's listen to Pavarotti sing Ave Maria. Can you hear that?
Okay, so he apparently loves Ave Maria because he asked for that to be played multiple times during this jam session, I guess. And I wanna show you the video. Now, keep in mind, Ave Maria was actually playing in the background, but we replaced the music.
What's he doing, man?
Okay, that went on for a while. It did. It went on for a while. Other songs played, and I was like, oh my God, get off the stage. Like, don't just sway back and forth. It's super awkward. Luckily, he did go interact with the crowd as the music was playing in the background at some points, but it was very awkward when he was just standing on stage, swaying back and forth as Pavarotti was playing, and everyone else was just kind of like looking around. No one looked more uncomfortable than Kristi Noem.
I was gonna say,
okay.
She's like, man, what I would do to get that dog back, I'll take that over this.
Don't say it, Cenk.
Okay.
Terrible.
So, so look, a person faints, you got a 2-minute pause, no problem, right? 2 people faint, oh, the super. Look, I've been in those situations where you're on stage. 2 minutes is an eternity.
A lifetime, definitely.
Okay, an eternity. Okay, 2 people fainted. Wow, you went 5 minutes. You went 10 interminable minutes. Okay, but I get it. 2 people fainted, and you want to be respectful. Then he does the joke. I don't care about the joke. That's totally fine. Okay, it's insensitive. I get it, but he always jokes around. But guys, 39 minutes of bobbing to music. That's weird. So
look, I'm gonna make a quick caveat. So it wasn't all Ave Maria, right? Like Ave Maria, in my opinion, beautiful song, beautiful song. weird choice for a town hall event. Okay, so there were other songs that he played, like he loves YMCA. So, like if you want to liven things up, da da da. Da, 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 da. I got it, right? But the Ave Maria, like to just stand there for the entirety of the song, everyone's looking around, you're just like, I get being in that zone.
Yeah.
Usually when I'm stoned alone at home, okay?
Yeah.
But not in front of a crowd at a town hall or a rally or a political event. This is crazy.
So I mean, people speculate that he's saying something. I have no idea, and I don't care.
I doubt it.
Yeah, I doubt. I don't know, and that's not a thing that's that likely given his history and stuff. But okay, so he said. By the way, there was another funny moment where, right before they played YMCA, he said, "We're going to make the country gayer," and then they played YMCA. I was like, okay.
I would not expect that at a Republican town hall.
Yeah, and I think that he meant in the context of that sentence, like the old school meaning of gay, like as in happy, jolly, okay?
Okay.
And then he kind of stopped himself near the end of saying gayer, okay? And then they play YMCA and it's lies. But none of that matters, okay? 39 minutes of bobbing to music. And remember, we just showed you the video where he said, they're okay. If they're okay, why don't you go back to the questions or do a speech? Like you said, they waited 2 days for this event. So why don't you give them something? Why did you sit around for 39 minutes not taking any questions? It's just,
Okay.
Can we be honest that if Biden did that, every right winger would say his brain fell out of his head, dementia.
Yeah.
39 minutes of standing around for no reason at all.
Okay, but I want to be fair. He didn't literally stand around for 39 minutes. Like for the Ave Maria song, he did stand there for the entirety and just awkwardly swayed back and forth. When other songs were playing, he went into the crowd and interacted. So I want to be fair because I think that the way the media is portraying it, if you don't watch the full town hall and you're just gonna fall for what the media is saying, they make it seem like he's literally just standing there awkwardly for 39 minutes. That is not what happened, but he did stand there awkwardly for some portions, and I don't know why he did that. In fact, Kristi Noem tried to get him back on track, she's like, all right, let me help a brother out. This is a little super awkward. And so a teleprompter prompted Trump to take 2 more questions from the crowd before pivoting to music. And he ignored it. He totally ignored it. He's like, no, I'm having a good time. And thus proceeded 39 minutes of Trump standing on stage, doing hand motions, interacting with the crowd a little bit. But the point is, in those 39 minutes, no more questions. Let's take a look at another video of what the scene looked like.
Well, sir, do you want to play your song and then greet a few people, or do you want to? Well, you had said you wanted to close with a specific song.
Okay, let's do a couple of
2 more fast questions.
So Justin, how about a couple of really beauties?
I can't, what, come on.
Come on, if Biden had done it. Come on.
Look at the guy behind him, looking around, what is going on?
If Biden had done this, if Kamala Harris had done this, if Tim Walz had done this.
He looks like he's trolling them,
Jesse Waters right now would be in the middle of a segment. A man doesn't move like that. I know real men, and real men don't move like this. Okay. Or like this.
I don't know what's going on.
Look at the time. Look at the time stamps. It won't end. It's unbelievable. It's 8:26 now.
He has managed to close the lead that Kamala Harris had.
Yeah,
Just let that sink in.
No, guys, I think they're both trying to lose. Okay, so she took.
I don't want to be president.
Yeah, so Trump had a significant lead against Biden. Kamala Harris is good in the beginning. She takes the lead, and ever since Kamala Harris took the lead, they've both been trying to lose. So Kamala Harris then goes, "Oh yeah, I love Dick Cheney. Oh yeah, I love corporate CEOs." Oh, she loses the lead. Trump's like, "Oh yeah, I'll say that we're going to use the military against American citizens." Oh yeah, okay. I'll stand on stage for 39 awkward minutes. Okay. And make everybody think I'm a lunatic. Okay.
Among the songs he danced to was it's a man's world, which is an interesting choice considering the fact that he's running against Kamala Harris, a woman. He also asked in the middle of it if the audience wanted him to take one more question. They actually cheered. Okay,
Of
because they
course.
want him to answer the question.
They don't want him doing this the whole time
Yeah.
like a weirdo zombie. They came to hear you talk.
Not only talk,
God help 'em.
They have obviously issues that they want addressed by their political leaders. Of course they want the questions answered.
By the way,
he proceeded, by the way, he proceeded to ignore them, and that's when he demanded that they play YMCA.
Okay, so now let's talk about the other thing that's going on here. He turned down a 60 Minutes interview. He almost never turns down interviews. So now he's only doing friendly interviews. That's weird. That's very un-Trump, right? Normally he'd just blitzkrieg into CNN, MSNBC, et cetera, wherever. But turning down a big 60 Minutes interview, I've never seen Trump do that, right? Turning down another debate, especially when he was losing. Okay, now it's a little bit more understandable because I think he has a tiny lead right now, okay? Although he's trying to give it away, right? And now he doesn't even want to take friendly questions from the audience.
But do you want to know why? It's always fun to stay at the why. I'm just kidding, I'm kidding. No, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. I don't know why he did this. It was awkward. You should respect your supporters who really wanted you to answer their questions, you know? And I can understand feeling burnt out from the campaigning. It is difficult to do, it's straining mentally and physically, but if you're gonna hold a town hall, please respect your supporters and answer their questions.
Yeah,
All right.
mental decline.
So Kamala Harris has weighed in on this, and I'm glad that she did. So the Kamala Harris headquarters X account said Trump appears lost, confused, and frozen on stage as multiple songs play for 30+ minutes. And the crowd pours out of the venue early. That last part, I did not see that, okay, to be fair. Kamala Harris quote tweets it and says, hope he's okay. But Trump dismissed the critics and acted like nothing weird happened at all.
No, of course not. No.
Here's his post on Truth Social. I had a town hall in Pennsylvania last night. It was amazing. The question and answer was almost, or the Q&A was almost finished when people began fainting from the excitement and heat. We started playing music while we waited and just kept it going. So different, but it ended up being a great evening.
Did it?
New York Times headline, Donald Trump cut off questions and simply bobbed his head to the music for half an hour after a town hall was interrupted. And in that piece, they write, Mr. Trump, a political candidate known for improving departures, made a detour. Rather than try to restart the political program, he seemed to decide in the moment that it would be more enjoyable for all concerned, and it appeared for himself to just listen to music instead.
I can't imagine doing a town hall. 30 minutes I take Q&A, and for 40 minutes I listen to my iTunes, but with the crowd. So, I mean, look, people say they're sane washing Trump, and I think there's some truth to that. I think he's been crazy for a long time, but he's getting worse and worse. Every one of his answers is nonsensical. As I said, mentioned earlier in the show, he did a Bloomberg interview today, and the guy asked him, what do you think about Google? He gives a nonsensical answer about Virginia. And then the interviewer has to say, I'm sorry, sir, I was asking you about Google. And then he says,
oh yeah, what about Virginia?
Yeah, no, but you know what? He said, yeah, good. He's asking, should they be broken up? Do they have monopoly issues? A very legitimate question that's in the news, right? Then when he finally gets to the answer on Google after Virginia, and then he says, they've been very, very bad to me. They've been very bad to me. That's not the question. The question is do they have monopoly power? We didn't ask you how you felt about how you got into your feelings about Google. Right? I saw 20 articles. They said they were gonna be fair to me, but all the 20 were negative. I know there's good articles out there, but they weren't fair to me at all. I mean, come on, guys, it's embarrassing. So you're gonna vote for this guy who's obsessed with himself, in mental decline, falling apart at the seams. We're gonna have 4 years of this? This is exactly what you hated about Biden, and now you got it under Trump. You must be so proud.
By the way, I should note, the New York Times did change their headline later. I don't know why they changed it, but it currently reads, Trump bobs his head to music for 30 minutes in odd town hall detour.
You know why? My guess is because their first headline and subtitle too, I read the subheader, were like, made it seem like it was normal. Like, oh, there was just music and he decided to go along with the music, etc. Especially the subheader, I'm sorry that we don't have that for you guys. And then people complain, they're like, what are you doing? And then they mentioned, oh, it's odd, yeah.
Oh, okay, I see what you mean. Okay, so that's some of the original headline was some of the sane washing that you're referring to. I got it, yep. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, this election is devastating. It's just devastating. For me, personally, it's devastating. Like you have Kamala Harris cozying up with neocons, you have Trump. Trump is Trump. By the way, I'm not a Trump supporter. In case anyone was wondering, I'm still not a Trump supporter. So it's just, you check in on both campaigns. I watched some of the rallies, is there anything I can like latch onto to give me a little bit of hope with this election? It's just dire, and I'm keeping it real with you guys. It's just,
guys, look here, I'll give you my perspective.
Remember Howard Dean lost the opportunity to win when he was running for president. That was during the primaries, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Because he made a funny sound on stage. He made a funny sound.
Imagine if Howard Dean just danced for 39 minutes strait.
How is Howard Dean not the angriest person in the country?
I know, right?
I mean, that was a
by
bad,
the way,
weird sound, but
no,
still.
No, that got amplified. Remember back then Howard Dean was the progressive candidate.
Yes.
And the press amplified the scream to make him sound crazier. Because the press is a bunch of jerks who are corporate goons who hate the idea of change.
My point is, that's about as far as crazy went with our politicians back then.
But Anna, the reason why I'm less like dispirited by this race than you are is because, yeah, I knew we were going to get terrible options in every race for the rest of my life. That's why I was shocked by Bernie. The fact that Bernie came out and had a real chance of winning. On the one hand, I predicted it in 2013 that he could be Hillary Clinton, but I guess I didn't dare to hope and believe, right? And he came so close, and it gave us such huge hope for that window of time that change was possible. But now that Bernie's too old and we're back to the corporate goons and the lunatics, you have to do a populist revolt. Whether it's Kamala Harris or Donald Trump who wins, you have to. But I know the MAGA guys won't revolt against Trump, although I'm less certain about that, believe it or not. And blue MAGA would never, ever revolt against Kamala Harris. They'll be the people who fight us the most if Kamala wins. I'm gonna give last word to concept of a username who thought I wouldn't read this. I don't know why he thought that, because I think I agree with him. Honestly, I'm tired of the question, why is Kamala and the Dems doing this strategy? It's so friggin' obvious, yet my TYT and progressive media continue the narrative. The current Democratic Party is filled with former GOP members who left the Republican Party, Tea Party 2009 invasion, giving way to the Trump era. So the political consultants today in the Dem Party are doing old school Republican style campaigning. That is why they're trying to go towards the right to gather like-minded voters also tired of Trump. The Dems are center right while the GOP is hard right. There's no more organized left wing. Today, the true left always eats itself with bickering and infighting. This will never get read, though. But brother, that's interesting because that's exactly what we say on the show.
I might have never agreed with a comment more in my life. I totally agree with you. That is why I'm struggling right now with this election.